Learn why chasing the perfect body keeps you stuck and what truly sets you free. Welcome to the second session of our channeled Q&A series. The Divine Perspective, Food and Body Image. Let's dive right in. What's the divine perspective on body image? And how can we move beyond society's standards into true alignment?
What we would say is that there's no need to judge yourself. All of these things you worry about, how you look, what size your clothes are, can you wear what you want, can you style yourself the way you want, do you fit into society's standards of beauty? What we would say is, you don't need to fit into anything. All you need to fit into is being as aligned as you can, as in touch as you can with your light, your soul, and the witnessing of divinity. And as a result, you will start to feel good in your body, and your physical body will reflect alignment. Does it mean that you will have a perfect body, in your perspective? Perhaps. Maybe not. But it will be a body that you love, that you're comfortable in, that is functioning optimally for your experience in this world. So what we would say is, the human being's perspective is skewed about what's healthy and not healthy. And so there's a lot of judgment. That's number one. And the other thing is, the reasons for wanting to eat healthy or be physically strong or fit. A lot of times, it's not for the witnessing of divinity. It's to accept yourself, for example. So it's like, you go to the gym because you want to accept yourself one day. You first accept yourself, and then you go exercise. If anything, the gym will amplify that feeling of not accepting yourself because it needs to be transmuted. For example, you hire a personal trainer and you tell them, I want to look a specific way in 3 months because I have a wedding, because I need to fit into this dress. And if I don't, I won't look a certain way and be validated by certain people. Is that you witnessing divine or your light? No. That's you judging yourself, seeking approval, waiting for something outside of you to take you back to your light, to you accepting yourself. The direction should be the opposite. You love yourself. You accept yourself. And that's why you go exercise. The intention should be that you want to experience an optimally functioning body, because this body houses your soul in this realm. And if you're physically healthy, your witnessing of divinity is amplified, easier, smoother, more aligned, with less complications. Or for example, you want to go to a wedding and look a certain way. You do it because you want to enjoy a certain dress you own. Enjoy your beauty. Shine. Dress up. Express yourself. There's a vast difference. The story is the same, but the intentions are different, and the direction of the energy is different. One is external, trying to make the external shift the internal, which is impossible in this realm. The basis of this existence is that energy leads to physicality. It's not the opposite. So you're going against creation, against truth. It's delusional to think something outside of you will create the shift inside. Your intention matters, and you need to be clear. Anything from the inside leads to a shift in the external realm. You can live your life trying to fix things from outside, and it's not that you'll never change some things, you will. But it will be a constant battle. At some point, you get exhausted. What's repressed within amplifies and reflects in this realm. You may lose weight, look a certain way, fit into that dress, and 100 people tell you, you look amazing. You go home, feel validated. Great. The next day, you go to the gym, start judging yourself again. I have a dimple in my thigh. I don't care what people said yesterday. I don't look that good. They're lying to me. And it continues. Then you tell the trainer, I want to work even harder so I don't have this dimple, so I can believe what people told me at that wedding. Do you see what we're saying? You need to focus on the inside. This is true. The ultimate truth. People live seeking what is ultimate, unwavering, real. But when told the truth, they don't accept it. They think, no, I don't want the stress that everything comes from inside. Everything is me. The perception is flawed. When told everything starts internally and reflects externally, some feel, oh, now I have to blame myself for everything. No. That means you are the monarch of your reality, and you are. You can shift anything energetically and see it reflected physically. Does it happen instantly? Most likely not, because time and space variables exist. But shifts happen faster than staying in cycles for years. You can stay in judgment for 10 years, or release a lot of self-judgment in, let's say, a month, with consistency, working on beliefs or intentions, for example.
Society puts significant pressure on women's bodies. Through appearance standards, beauty ideals, and the cosmetic industry, men also experience this, though to a lesser extent. From a divine perspective, what is the deeper purpose of this pressure on women's appearance?
For the woman to remember that she's a portal of creation, that is, through the female, that we create life in general. And we're talking about the female body, speaking in terms of anatomy, not gender. It is through her that this creation comes to be, physical creation, and also a lot of energetic creation. You could say that the contrast of the woman judging herself and allowing the man to judge her and dictate how she should look is because, collectively, the woman has forgotten who she is and her power as the monarch of her reality. The woman holds sufficient energy to shift the collective consciousness, and we're speaking of a woman who has worked on herself energetically for a prolonged period and stayed in alignment. Such a woman is actually able, and we are speaking about one female. It is possible that through one female, the entire collective consciousness shifts. It's not that it's impossible through a man, but because the female holds a specific energy, it can happen faster through a woman. That is the power of the female. And women have forgotten their power in creation. Does the man have other powers? Of course. There is balance in this world. But right now, we are talking about creation.
There's a lot more to say regarding this topic. In our next session, we delve deeper into the true power and offering of a woman, and why remembering this truth and embodying it is an essential prerequisite to the progression of collective consciousness. These messages come from divine source energy, channeled through divine consciousness, a capacity available to all. They are voiced with AI, so the focus remains on the message, not the messenger, and are divinely guided rather than personal ideas. The purpose of this channel is to expand perspective, inspire new systems rooted in love and oneness, and help humanity shift away from fear and control. When we say divine, we refer to the ultimate source of creation. Divine speaks, using the pronouns we, us and our, for it is one with all that is, not separate from you or me. If this message resonates, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to receive new weekly channeled sessions.